Hello, glad to see you here. Just going live at the moment, and I'm hoping that some of you will be able to join me. Obviously, if you're watching this back on playback, then you're here now. So hi. If not, obviously you've not triggered in just yet. I mean, I think you have to actually click in that you want to watch it. Either way, I'm glad that you're here. Hard times at the moment and we're going through, and yet we're fortunate to have such beautiful weather. And I just thought that today I would come out into the sunshine and just enjoy the weather for a bit of sunshine on my face, instead of being totally locked in the house, which is a safe place to be at the moment, isn't it? I know, but for me, I think I lost connection just then. It seemed like I did anyway, but back again. Obviously, the connections don't get through. I think everybody's using the internet, aren't they? And so that messages aren't getting through as quick as they might do. Right, I've just had a message on top saying to click on. Anyway, I don't know. I know someone's watching, so that's all that matters. Even if I'm just speaking to one person, it's good. By all means, send me a message and I'll be able to see the message coming up, and that was nice. In fact, it's our lovely Colin. Hi, Colin. And, David Holloway. David, I am delighted to see you on. This is a religious talk, but hey, it wouldn't do you any harm just to listen. I hope you will stay and listen to it, because it's all good. Right, so today I thought I would talk about the subject of depression initially, and I'm going to be dead honest with you now that I have been suffering some form of depression while we've been in this lockdown. I tend to be one of those people that can smile my way through everything, and no one would have a clue that I was feeling depressed in any way at all, but particularly over a week or so ago I was very low, and it's come in a couple of times, and I think it's all due to hearing too much connection. I think I've lost my connection again then. Please stay with me if I lose it. Hopefully it'll come back on again. I was saying of how I was in some sort of depression. Woo! Noisy car. I found myself not being able to sleep, which is worse because it makes you even worse depressed. And then I found myself not wanting to do anything, having loads I wanted to do, but not feeling like I could do any of it at all, or wanted to do any of it at all. I just didn't have that desire to pick myself up and go and do it. So then I just got to the point where I was being really naughty, and I know I was being grumpy, and I couldn't bring myself out of that. I couldn't knock myself away out of it. I mean, really, if I did have an on-off button, I would have turned it off, the depression. And I think that's the way a lot of people feel when they've got depression, is that they feel like they would turn it off if they could, and they can't. I eventually then went onto YouTube, no, not onto YouTube, onto Facebook, and asked my friends. Told them what I was feeling and asked if they would pray for me. And a lot of my feelings disappeared within a day. Now, I know for those that may not have a strong religious connection, you mightn't understand that sort of thing where it would heal you, but it really did heal me of my depression, and I thank all those who did pray for me. So I was thinking, as I said today, I'm just talking a little bit about depression and what the causes are of it, and some of the symptoms I mentioned before. But depression can also make us feel that we are unworthy of being loved. Do you ever remember that thing when it goes, nobody loves me, everybody hates me, think I'll have to go and eat worms? You know the one, don't you? Well, in a way, that's how you feel. You feel like nobody could love you, nobody's concerned, nobody feels anything about you. And you can also feel doubt in your own ability to achieve anything. So that's the bad side of it. Let's have a look at what the good side of it is and how we can get ourselves out of feeling depressed. So firstly is physical exercise. Now I will guarantee almost, I'll say 99%, that if you are feeling depressed, the last thing you want to do is go out and have exercise. You don't feel like running up and down or doing jumping jacks or anything like that. You just don't want to. But in actual fact, making yourself do some exercise is amazing. It builds up, they call it endorphins. I'm not really sure how that all works, and I'm not going to profess that I do, but I do know that it helps build up endorphins and it helps you feel happier. And it also stops you being so tired. I remember years ago going to a doctor and saying, "Doctor, I'm so tired. I can't wake up. I don't want to do anything. I'm sleeping loads." I said, "I just don't know what's the matter with me. I can't get past it." And he said, "You're not getting enough exercise." I said, "I don't feel like having exercise. It's not something I want to do." And so he said, "Do it." He says, "Never mind." He says, "As soon as you think I need to go to sleep, you need to get yourself up and go and do some exercise." So I tried it, and honestly, it worked. Our body needs exercise just as much as it needs sleep and food. Our body works better when we have that. So that's one way of helping yourself out of depression, is having some exercise. Then the second thing is to eat well. Fruit, vegetables, all the good stuff, the good things give us lots of vitamins. They give us things called antioxidants, which really help us into feeling a lot better inside, which makes us feel a lot better outside. And so eating well is very, very important. Also identifying if there is anything that's actually causing your depression. So if you're feeling down and you've got this depression, then why have you got it? And either talk to a friend who will listen to what is really bothering you, and a friend who you feel that you can talk to, or failing that, write it down. Write down how you feel, identifying it, and then do you know what? You can put it away because you've dealt with it. Dealing with it is what really helps you, and then you can turn your attention to something positive. And that's where hobbies comes in, because if you have your attention on hobbies, doing things that you enjoy, doing something you enjoy, and it can be absolutely anything, from something creative to something like writing or painting or anything, actually anything. Make a movie like I'm doing, or whatever it's called, a little post or whatever. Planning something to talk to somebody about is put your attention on something that you're enjoying doing instead of on what is bothering you and what's causing you your depression. The really good. And the last thing I'll mention, or not the last thing actually, there is two more things. Another thing is watch something funny. Put a comedy on. I've been watching the Keeping Up Appearances. Hyacinth Bouquet has me in plates, and honestly, just having a good laugh builds you. They even say that if you just laugh, right? Okay, you ready for this? Even if you just laugh at nothing, so sat there and going and laugh your head off and make a fool of yourself, but laughter makes you feel good. So even if you've got nothing to laugh at, just laugh, and it will make you feel so much better. It does something inside you that makes you feel amazing. Just looking at who's watching now. Hi Sue Alexander, wow, lovely to see you that you're watching. And of course Colin Draper, well done, and David, well done. Yeah, lovely to see you watching, and thank you. Send me a message if you want, that'd be good. And then of course the final thing that really is a bit like an on-off button is what I said at the beginning, is prayer. If we ask for prayer from people who trust in God, who believe that God can cure anything, then ask for him for help, either yourself or ask someone to pray for you. Either or either, they're both just as good as each other. So, and You know, I'm thinking about that thought that I said before about feeling like nobody loves us. And you know what? I mean, as I said before, this is a not religious. Religious is the wrong word. I want to talk to you from the Bible and from what God says. That's what's important. And today I read in my book, this is one of the books I read, and it's got something each day. And it talks to you like it's God or Jesus talking to you. And I found this piece of writing amazing, and I'd love to. I wish I could kind of let you see it, but I don't know whether I can without knowing. No, I'll read it to you. Okay. It says, and as I say, this is like Jesus is talking to you. I love you regardless of how well you are performing. Sometimes you feel uneasy, wondering if you are doing enough to be worthy of my love. No matter how exemplary your behaviour, the answer is no to that question. Someone just put me off walking past, if I'm honest. I'll try that sentence again. No matter how exemplary your behaviour, the answer to that question will always be no. Your performance and my love are totally different issues which you need to sort out. Jesus says, I love you with an everlasting love that flows out from eternity without limits or conditions. I have clothed you in... Hi, I was told to move by the app so that I could, sorry for the close-up, so that I could actually get a better connection, because for some reason the connection keeps bobbing out. So I'll continue reading from what I was reading then. And it was actually talking, for if you missed that, it was talking about how God's love has nothing to do with what we do in our day-to-day lives. And Jesus says, I love you with an everlasting love that flows out from eternity without limits or conditions. I have clothed you in my robe of righteousness, and this is an eternal transaction. Nothing and no one can reverse it. Therefore, your accomplishment as a Christian has no bearing on my love for you. Which is wonderful, isn't it? To know that nothing we do stops God loving us. Even your ability to assess how well you are doing on a given day is flawed, because most days we don't do brilliant, do we? It says your limited human perspective and the condition of your body with its mercurial, I have to look up what that word means, I don't know. Your mercurial variations distort your evaluations. Bring your performance anxiety to me and receive in its place my unfailing love. Try to stay conscious of my loving presence with you in all that you do, and I will direct your steps. So as I say before, you know, it is God who is there for us, no matter how we're feeling. And if we're feeling like we're not doing well, then we're the ones that need to change that. And we need to take that to God and just say, do you know what, God, I don't feel like I'm doing really well at the moment. And I'm feeling depressed, or I'm feeling down, or for whatever that we're feeling, then we can just take it to God, and He will help us. It's quite amazing actually to know that He is there and He loves you. I'd actually like to extend an invitation to you. Many years ago, it seems like many years ago, but anyway, I did a course, and it's this one. Does that read back to front to you? It looks back to front to me on this, but it's called an Alpha course, and the Alpha course itself was watched or taken by 1.5 million people worldwide last year. That's about, well, I don't know what percentage that is, but there's a lot of people. So what I would like to do is extend an invitation to you to actually do the course. Now basically it's for people who don't know whether they believe in God or not. It's for people who have an idea of what they believe but are not really sure. or even those who believe there's something there but don't know whether it's something for them or not, whether it's going to affect them. And so the Alpha course is going to be given in your own home, of course, because it's going to be via Zoom, I think, and or some other way. I'm not really sure how our church is doing it, but they have extended the invitation. And basically what you need to do is go onto our website, which is communitychurch.org.uk, and register your interest. Just email info@communitychurch.org.uk and just put your interest in, and we'll be doing it mornings or afternoons or evenings, whatever's suitable. No question will be too complex. Might be able to answer it straight away, but we'll get back to you. And no question is too simple. Ooh, strong breeze. No question is too simple. Your point of view is what is important, and it's just looking at how the Alpha course has helped various people. Bear Grylls is a Christian, and he loves the course. In fact, he's actually in the course. Just if you're thinking of that and you'd like to maybe get to know God, or maybe have your questions answered, like is all that's happening today, what's all that about, with the problems that we have in the earth and the virus, or any other problems, because there's plenty of other problems in the world today. Is that all there is? Is that it? Or is there something more that we can be involved with? And that helps answer the questions. So I'll give you that email address again. It's info@communitychurch.org.uk. Or you can go onto the site as well. Go onto our church's website and see our meetings, because we had a wonderful meeting this morning. It was so good, and it was fun as well. And I totally enjoyed it. In fact, I think I might go and watch it again, because it's on YouTube as well. Just check it out, because it's good. It's good, and it'll leave you feeling happy and not depressed, I promise you. It was lovely that you joined me. Thank you so much for joining me today. One day, when things get back to normal, we'll be back playing music on my radio show. But for now, this is my little contribution to Sunday afternoons as they are at the moment. Thanks for joining me. Hi Darren, nice to see you're watching too. That's lovely. Colin's just told me getting buffeting from the wind. Oh dear. Well, I've finished now, Colin. If it turns out to be really bad, I might try and do another one. But hopefully, I can't win. I couldn't get a signal over there, and I'm sitting here and I'm getting all the wind, so should have done it inside, shouldn't I? That'll teach me for wanting to get a bit of sunshine. Take care, everybody. Love you lots. Take care of yourselves. Keep yourselves safe and keep yourselves well. And in your life, be a blessing and be blessed. Bye.